Hello Amusement Park Portal! Thank you for tuning in to our latest video where we look at Top Thrill 2 and whether or not coaster enthusiasts and general public owe Zamperla a big apology. But real quick before we get started, I did want to throw this out there for those of you that weren't familiar with the whole situation. Top Thrill 2 started out as Top Thrill Dragster, and the ride had an incident and it shuttered for nearly 3 years before Zamperla came in and did their magic and converted it into Top Thrill 2. However, once the construction was complete and the park opened up for the 2024 season, the ride suddenly shut down less than a week after it debuted. And then shortly after that, the ride's manufacturer Zamperla was on site trying to investigate what the issue was. Now, after much investigating and crawling around the trains, Zamperla found out that it was an issue with the trains. They were finding small hairline cracks and issues with the wheels. And then finally, Cedar Point came out with an announcement stating that Top Thrill 2 is currently experiencing an extended closure as Zamperla, the ride's manufacturer, completes a mechanical modification to the ride's vehicles. Once the modification is complete, Zamperla, the Cedar Point maintenance and operation teams, and our third-party ride inspection partner will conduct a thorough review before approving the modification and the reopening of the ride. Though we cannot confirm a reopening date, we will provide updates at cedarpoint.com. Then he goes on to say, we know our guests are excited and we'll find out more when Top Thrill 2 is going to reopen, blah, blah, blah. And well, some time went by and they were continuing to do some work on the trains, as you could see as they're sitting on the transfer track here. And then finally on June 4th, Cedar Point came out with another announcement saying Top Thrill 2 remains closed as Zamperla, the ride's manufacturer, continues working on a mechanical modification to the coaster vehicles. While we do not yet have a reopening date, we hope to provide more information soon. And they go on to apologize and thank you for your patience and so forth. Well, after that, work continued on the trains once again. However, it was crickets for several months until Cedar Point came out on August 23rd and released this statement. It says, "We sincerely appreciate your patience while Top Thrill 2's manufacturer Zamperla has been working diligently to complete a mechanical modification to the coaster's vehicles. Unfortunately, the manufacturer will not be able to complete the modifications needed in time to reopen the coaster in 2024. We are extremely disappointed that we cannot open the ride this season, but remain committed to delivering a reliable, consistent, and unparalleled coaster experience for our guests in 2025. In the meantime, please accept our sincere apology for the disappointment and inconvenience." It also went on to say, "We look forward to having you visit us again in the future to enjoy world-class rides, signature events, and so on." And that was pretty much all we heard for the remainder of the season and the following off-season. Until finally, shortly before the park was to open for the season, the park announced that Top Thrill 2 will be returning. And sure enough, true to their words, Top Thrill 2 did open up with the park in the spring of 2025. And other than a few hiccups here and there, which honestly, every coaster and every ride has once in a while, Top Thrill 2 has ran pretty consistently since its reopening. Whatever issues they were having with the trains, well, they seem to be solved. Other modifications were also made, like these track stabilizers here, to reduce the sway of the track when the train passes over them. So with all that being said, do you think coaster enthusiasts and some general public owe Zamperla an apology? Because if you go back and look at just about any social media post regarding Top Thrill 2's closure, you will see enthusiasts and general public alike just bashing Zamperla for the horrible job they did with Top Thrill 2. But now that it seems like they got all the gremlins worked out and the ride has been running for the most part consistently every day, do we owe them an apology? If you've been on Top Thrill 2, I'm sure you agree that it is one amazing coaster. Not only is that great for coaster enthusiasts, but it's also great for Zamperla as well. This opens up a lot of avenues for a company that traditionally was making kiddie rides and small family coasters in the past. A few examples of their work is, well, the Mouse Coaster at Cedar Point, which is a lot of fun for families, and pretty much every kiddie coaster in Planet and Camp Snoopy in the park. So I don't know about you, but I'm really excited for what the future has to hold for Zamperla. Just a few days ago, they came out and announced something, well, they kind of teased, I should say, saying if you like Top Thrill 2, we have bigger things in store for the future. Currently at the park, Top Thrill 2 consistently is one of the most popular rides in the park, even at times be more popular than the new coaster, Siren's Curse. So I want to know what you think. Do you think that, well, coaster enthusiast owe Zamperla an apology? I think they do. I apologize for them too because I had doubts at one time. However, I think they've redeemed themselves, and I'm really looking forward to what the future has to hold for this company. If they're teasing something bigger than Top Thrill 2, how can you not be excited about something like that? So let me know down in the comments below what you think and what your thoughts about Zamperla in general are. Are you excited to see what they have in the pipeline for the future? Or are you still kind of bitter at them for what happened with Top Thrill 2? I want to know. And as always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching our videos. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button downstairs there. It really does help us out at the end of the day, and we really do appreciate you for doing so. So once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all out on the midways real soon.